What's going on, and welcome to 1010 Outdoors. This is slightly a little bit different video than some of the previous ones that I've put out. I do have a little welding shop in the backyard and do welding jobs here and there. Try to do like pig cooker repairs, like building fire pits, those type of things. But so today is going to be like my first video in the Sportsman's Fab Shop series or playlist. So I mean, after you kill it, you got to be able to cook it, and what better way than on a barbecue pit. So I'll just go ahead and get this thing flipped around and show you what I've got. All right, so we've got your standard Carolina pig cooker here, and this is a charcoal / wood fuel. Open up this hatch and throw in your charcoal and your wood. There's another hatch on the other side just like it. The guy that dropped this off to me wanted to have the ability to run some gas in there for a little ease of mind for really long cooks. So what I've done is made a removable burner for this particular cooker. So I looked and found a couple of options for a Venturi, but they were like back ordered and wasn't even going to be able to get one until like next year sometime. This is November, so like I think January or February was when I was going to be able to get one. So I decided to make my own. I've got a CNC plasma table, so I cut out a plate with these air notches in it, and then a second little thin plate to be able to adjust your air, and then threaded the middle plate here. That's been welded to this reducer, 2x1 inch reducer, so it goes into there. I just picked up this little air valve from Amazon and hook that right up to your LP tank. But like I said, this is removable, so it's on feet, and then there's a heat deflector and a protection from grease on this top section here. I cut all these holes out on, I think, 1 1/4 inch center. This is a 5-foot piece of 1 inch black iron pipe, and I started the first slot just over 8 inches from the end for the fire chamber, and then I've just got a cap on the end down here. So you can take a look at it from the end down there. But moving over to here, open this up, and then I can slide this pipe burner down inside and run it off the gas for however long, switch it over, finish it with charcoal. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So needed to be able to put a propane tank on this thing, and I got this idea from Alan Welding on YouTube. So basically these are like his dimensions: 13 inch upper ring, about a 8.5 or almost 9 inch bottom ring, 10 inch risers, and then a little heat shield. So I'm going to get this assembled and get it put onto the cooker, and I'll get the burner installed, and I'll pick you guys right back up so we can see what it looks like. All right, so here I've got it mounted onto the pig cooker. I've got it bolted on just for the simple reason, in case he goes to an event that is like charcoal or wood only. There will be no discrepancies. This whole thing can be completely removed, taken off, so you can see we got some tie downs here to secure the tank once it's in the holder, and then here I've got the burner in place, and like I said, it just fits right down in the center, and it just sits on these two feet here. So we'll go ahead and get this thing fired up and let you see how it looks. All right, so crack this valve open. Just shot all the way down. It looks pretty good there. Give it a little bit more gas. It's looking good. I've got it on a high pressure system, so we'll just turn that up just a little bit, and then we'll just watch the temperature gauge. Alright, so I'll check back in with you in just a minute once the temperature gauge starts to climb, and we'll give it one other good look over, and this thing's going to be a wrap. We'll notify the customer and let him know that this thing is all ready and it's time to start cooking. So I'll check back in with you in just a minute. Alright, so while that finishes climbing to 250, as you can tell, it's climbing pretty nicely. It is 436, and when I lit it, it was 425, so about 10 minutes, and we're just about up to smoking 250 range. I know, like I said earlier, this is something different than what I normally post on my channel, mostly like hunting or gear related, but like I said, I do a little bit of welding on the side, fire pits, pig cookers, smokers. I've dabbled in quite a array of different fire oriented grills or pits, those type of things. But I mean, after you kill a deer, you want to throw a whole shoulder like you would a pork butt, back straps. I know this is a lot of grill for some back straps, but if you wanted to throw on a couple of hams, a couple shoulders, the back strap, or heck, even do half a deer or barbecue the whole deer. So just a little Sportsman's Fab Shop video here on just making a burner to put into this thing and just have dual functionality out of a single cooker. I love cooking on wood and charcoal, but I also don't mind cooking on gas if you need to for certain situations. Each thing has its own place. I love the flavor that you get from wood, but the consistency of gas is hard to beat. Kind of set it and forget it type mentality is kind of the aspect of putting this together. So the guy that's going to be cooking on this, he does competitions, and if he can just set the temperature, throw the brisket on, throw a whole hog on there, and just let it go, that's what his plan is to do, and I'm hoping that this is going to do it for him. Yeah, I mean, anybody, if you guys have any type of skills like this, I mean, this is something that's very easily achievable. It's completely removable. You take it in once you, or put it in there once you get to the site that you want to cook at. Obviously, you can leave the tank on the pig cooker. You just pull the burner out, throw it in the back of your truck, and once you get there, you just stick it in there and fire it up and let it roll. Kind of something that I like to do is get it going with gas, and once you get maybe halfway through or 3/4 of the way through your cook, turn the gas off, throw you some wood in there, and give you that wood smoky flavor to kind of end the cook with. So, but there's different variations, different styles, and different ways to cook. But this is just something that he was looking to have put onto his cooker, and hopefully he's going to enjoy this and get a lot of good cooks out of it. Maybe he can win a couple of competitions out of it. So let's see what we're at with the temperature. Well, we seem to be holding at 250 right there, so I'm going to call this one good, and we'll get this thing turned off, let it cool off, and get things packed up, and I'll let the guy know that this thing's ready for pickup. So thank you guys for watching. Put it down in the comments below, your thoughts. What do you think of this? And maybe if you're interested in doing something like this on your own, just message me down below. And if you need any measurements or anything like that, anything that that I can help you with to be able to build your own, just let me know, and give me that like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, y'all.